Keep an eye on this story now. Overseas, an American pastor on trial in Turkey. Andrew Brunson is his name. He's 53. He's facing terrorism charges. Been held for about 2 years now. Oklahoma Republican Senator James Lankford is trying to bring him home. And Senator, thank you for being here today. Go ahead and make your case. Why do you think Turkey screwed this up?
So this pastor has been in place for 23 years working in Izmir, Turkey. He's done all kinds of humanitarian work. He's renewed his visa over and over again. There's never been an issue that he's had. And then in October of 2016, when the government of Turkey was sweeping up people, whether it be teachers, professors, reporters, whoever it might be, they swept up after the coup. He was swept up, we think by accident, but now they seem to have trumped up some charges against him. I met with Turkey in 2016 over in Ankara with their Ministry of Justice. They had no charges at that point. They took over a year to be able to press charges. Senator Tom Tillis from North Carolina just went for the trial and sat there and listened to the supposed witnesses all day that were secret witnesses. They had no information. They're literally holding an American, we think, trying to use him as some sort of leverage against the United States because they have nothing to really charge him with.
Here is one of your quotes, okay? It is unconscionable, you write, that Turkey, a NATO ally, has unjustly held an American pastor in prison since October 2016. If Turkey does not release Dr. Andrew Brunson, Congress stands ready to take necessary and appropriate action. That action could be sanctions. Is Turkey ready for that in its leadership?
That action should be sanctions on it. I think Turkey believes that they're going to get something by holding Andrew Brunson. What they're going to get from us is sanctions against their government. They're thinking that they can somehow bribe the American people to get I don't know what out of this. But what we need to do is be able to impose sanctions against the individual judges, against individual prosecutors, against the government and individuals in Ankara's government that are actually holding an American with trumped-up charges for a year with no charges at all. Well, and so we need to forcefully respond.
Yeah, it seems like they're holding him for ransom so the U.S. returns an individual out of Pennsylvania. I mean, do you buy that as a bargaining chip?
They should not be a bargaining chip. They're not even connected. They had accused this pastor of being somehow affiliated with a Muslim mystic named Gulen that's actually living in Pennsylvania. Why a Christian pastor would be connected with a Muslim mystical cleric, I have no idea, and this pastor has no idea, to say we're completely unconnected on that. And so, if Turkey believes that somehow they have leverage to be able to pull someone out that has legal status here in the United States, to be able to pull them back to Turkey, they're absolutely incorrect on that, and these cases have nothing to do with each other.
I know you've got President Trump on your side, too. We'll see where this goes, okay? And I know, the amount of pressure that you and Tillis and others are trying to apply. Mike Pompeo, does he get confirmed in the Senate or not, sir, do you think?
He does get confirmed, and he should get confirmed. He should be evaluated on the job that he's done as director of CIA, and he's done a very good job as the director of CIA, and I think he'll do a good job as Secretary of State.
It seems like the vote's going to be super close. Would you agree on that?
It would be very close, and I think people are holding him to a standard. They didn't hold Hillary Clinton to that same standard, or John Kerry to that same standard, or multiple others on it. Let's hold him to the same standard as everyone else is held to, and let's evaluate him based on his performance.
Last question. House Republicans are breathing fire on the Department of Justice. They want documents that they say that they've been stonewalled for months. They're making their case that way. Some are threatening to impeach Rod Rosenstein. What do you make of the DOJ's position? Whether it's the Comey memos or other documents related to the FISA warrant and all this other material we've been debating now for the past year and a half. What's the DOJ hiding?
The DOJ is not trying to hide it. And I would tell you, Jeff Sessions, I know him well. I know he is a person that came out of the Senate. He understands what oversight really means. He is aggressively pushing entities to be able to get these documents out. He has taken the next step to say, if you can't get the documents over there, release them in a room so the investigators can at least come here and to be able to get to these documents faster. His emphasis is to get these out as fast as he possibly can. Now, there's some career folks that want to slow it down, but Jeff Sessions is not the one doing that. He's actually within the inside pushing to make sure there's transparency as possible, and they will get access to those documents and be able to see them all.
Very interesting answer, sir. Thank you. Come on back, okay? James Lankford, the Republican from Oklahoma. Thank you, Senator.